What's up, everybody? Welcome back, and we're back on the F-150 with 5 liter, 4-wheel drive, 4-door. We're doing the transmission filter on it on this one, and there is your transmission pan. You just want to take all those little 8mm out, and then I don't think this one has a drain plug, nope, but this is it right here. We're going to drain that as we're taking the pan off, and we do have a kit over here. This is it, Power Torque from O'Reilly's, not a sponsor, but they are the ones who had it. Part number FK437. Remember correctly, this is the 6R80. I think it is. Can't remember. But it is new seal on that. And then we should have a new gasket right there. If you want to, hold on, I'll show it to you. We'll see what transmission this thing actually has. Your selection. Options. Yep, 6R80. That's what's in this one. So let me set y'all up and we'll start taking all these bolts off. Alright, let's start taking these off. I'm going to use my little impact driver. Get these off.
Victoria?
Yes.
Where's that magnet that you have? I just dropped this thing down.
So I'm letting all these just fall in the pan. Why not? It's going to catch them. I'll clean them all off later. Now the ones in the back, they're a little harder to get to. So we're going to have to use a 1/4" ratchet to get to those. So I'll get to those later. I'm going to leave one in the middle right here, one in the middle right there, and I'm going to let the pan tilt forward instead of backwards. That way I try to keep as much off of the exhaust as I really can. But I'm just going to be zipping these off real quick. If you have something like this, it makes it so much quicker. Come on, get on. Let me get that one. Let me grab a 1/4" and an 8mm. So I'm just going to use my little flex head to get to it. It'll be a lot easier. And once you break them loose, you can pretty much just pull them out with your hand. You don't need the ratchet. Break them loose a little bit. It's a little tight getting in there, but you should be able to get in there. Get on this other side. It's been raining today, so everything's all wet. Plus with this little swivel head, I can kind of angle it where it pull them out a whole lot quicker too. Shimmer. Let's scoot this back a little bit. Ooh, that one's tight. I don't know what the torque is on these yet. I'll have to look it up for y'all. I wouldn't think they would be too much, but some of these are a little tight. And as I stated before, this truck does have right at 100,000 miles. 99,000 something. Ooh, starting to leak now. be honest, fluid don't look horrible so far. Still got a reddish tint to it. But if I know these people, they're a friend. Like I said in the first video, they take care of their stuff pretty good. Did you get it?
Yeah. I get it with this back. Yeah.
So I'm going to let that drain a little bit, and then I'll pull the front out a little bit more at a time. Just that way I'm not dropping it all at once and possibly getting fluid everywhere. So just going to go a little bit at it. Yeah, fluid looks halfway decent. Still red, which is good. Now that's what you want to see when you drain it. You know, maybe a slight darker than what the factory is, but you don't want it to be black. So you know, transmission is doing pretty good. Alright, now I do have to get in the back and then take that last one out. Drop that last one. It'll be alright. I'm not going to get it everywhere, but it seems to be impossible feat at this point. Nothing on that magnet. I mean, look at that. The magnet is super clean. That is really good. Oh, there went the filter. Sometimes you can reuse these gaskets. This one doesn't look bad, but I'm not going to reuse it. I like the fact that it is metal, but I'll just use the one that's in the kit just to make things easier. I lubed up the little seal right there. I'll slide this in. Sometimes they'll fall out, sometimes they won't. Take my hat off, get a little bit more room. I'm going to clean out this pan real quick. I'm just going to kind of spray it out with some brake cleaner. So I sprayed the inside out, and now we're just going to start putting this back on. The only thing I don't like about this gasket, I like this kind of like a neoprene gasket, but one thing I do not like about it is the fact that so a battery died on me, and as I was saying, the only thing I do not like about this gasket is the holes where the bolts go in. They are really big, so none of them will hold the gasket for you, which I'm not a big fan of. I wish it was a little tighter so you could put off, like start all the bolts, but it'll be alright. We'll just have to start them all a little bit at a time. All I'm going to do is just go around and start these, and then I'll show you where the dipstick and all that stuff is, where you fill it up and all that after I come back. So let me go ahead and start all these, get the bottom of the pan and exhaust cleaned up so we can make sure it doesn't smoke or any of that stuff. So I got the pan back on. It torques to 80 inch-pounds, not foot, inch. So your fill plug is right there. That is also your dipstick. 19 millimeter. Loosen it up, take it out, and you're going to fill it up until you get to about the full mark. Then you're going to go crank it up, and then you're going to lift it back up, and you're going to have to check it again. The only thing I hate about this is I don't know why they didn't put a dipstick all the way up to the top. They could have. And this right here is right next to the exhaust, so be careful, do not burn yourself. So I've already loosened mine up. And you can see there was a dipstick inside of it. I don't want to focus, but there was a dipstick inside of it. Right there. And it does have like hash marks on it right there. It's got to focus. But that is your like low and full indicator. Turn my flashlight off. And I don't know, it tells you, hold on, where is it? Yada yada. Alright, there we go. There's your dipstick. I'm going to put it back in. It says wipe the transmission fluid level indicator clean, reinstall only back into the transmission fill plug to check the transmission fluid level. Repeat this until consistent reading is established. And your full mark is right there at that top. That's your full mark right there. So I do have to order some fluid real quick, and then I'm going to get it coming. Then I will fill it up. Then I'll show you, putting the fluid in and stuff. I'm just going to use, well, probably won't show putting the fluid in. I'm just going to show you what I'm going to use real quick. I'm just going to use like one of these little transfer pumps right there. Makes it a whole lot easier. Just, I read somewhere it takes about 6.5 to 7 quarts of fluid. I'm going to get 8 just to be safe. So I'm going to go ahead and get that ordered, and then I'm going to crank it up and check it, and then I'll show you what it looks like when it's full. So I put 4 quarts of Mercon LV in there just to start it out, and I just did it until it started running out just a little bit. And now what we're going to do, remove these, and we're going to crank it up, let it come up to temperature, then we're going to lift it back up while it's running, get back underneath here and check it just to fill it up to the correct mark. So let me lower it down. I still got to put oil in it from changing the oil, and then we'll start her up and let her just kind of warm up. I ended up needing all 8 quarts of the Mercon LV, so I pretty much timed that or priced that out perfect. Whenever I ordered 8, I saw online it said 6.5. Mine used 8, so I would say get 8 if you are going to do this just to be safe. You can always return it if you don't use all of it, or you can save it for next time you do your transmission filter and stuff, and you can just reuse it and not have to buy as much next time. It's up to you, but that is pretty much it. I did tighten up the little dipstick cover on there. Do not know what it torques to. 26 foot-pounds. I just used a wrench because you ain't gonna really get a torque wrench in there to torque it down, just because of the way the exhaust is. So I just used a little ratchet wrench and tightened it down and just got it snug on there. It's just to hold the dipstick in, and it's just to keep it from coming out, so you don't have to go crazy on it and over tighten it. But this is putting filter and transmission filter kit on these. Oh, also the check engine light ended up being a misfire code. So we checked it after we put the plugs in it and everything, and it actually turned out to just be plugs. So that was a good call on him, and we got it changed, and it's not misfiring anymore. And it was mostly at idle and on startup is when the misfire was. And as it's been sitting here, I've been monitoring it, and there's no misfires at all. So for anybody who said misfire, congratulations, you won that. But like I said, this is putting transmission filter and fluid in here, and how to check the fluid too. It is a pain in the butt just because of the way exhaust goes. But if y'all got any questions, comments, concerns, let me know in the comment section below. I'll get to them as soon as possible, or you can hit me up on Instagram. I do get to that a little bit quicker. If you got something you need help with, it don't even have to pertain to an F-150, any car, hit me up on Instagram. I'll help you out as much as I can with any knowledge that I know. And plus, thank y'all for all the members, subscribers, and stuff like always. And giveaway still going on. Comment, win free stuff. I only got one comment so far. I'll put that in the description below as well. And as always, torque to state. Y'all have a great day.